Yesterday morning, I set off nice and early to get to my office for time to deliver a daily devotional on YouTube at 8:30. But at 8:10, I suddenly realized that I had left my Bible back at home. And so I put on these new running shoes that I'd received only the day before in the post. And I was looking forward to an opportunity to give them a spin for the first time to see what they were like. But I didn't expect that I would use them in the circumstances I ended up using them in, because at 8:10, I put these shoes on and I ran as swiftly as I could from one end of the village to the other to collect my Bible and to run back to the office in time to get here at 28 minutes past 8, rather sweaty and panting, to deliver my devotional at 8:30. We're told in Ephesians chapter 6 that part of the armor that we're supposed to wear is to have our feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. We're not only called to wear defensive armor, such as a shield of faith and the breastplate of righteousness, to protect us from the accusations and the temptations that come our way from our enemy, but we're also to wear offensive weapons, things that will enable us to advance the gospel, to go forward with the gospel, and having our feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace is one of those offensive pieces of armor that we're supposed to wear. And that reference there is a direct reference from Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 7, where it tells us how beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, good tidings, salvation, who say, "Your God reigns." And we have a picture there of a lone messenger with beautiful feet drumming across the mountaintops, moving swiftly as a gazelle as he brings good news to Jerusalem. And as he gets within earshot of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, he starts shouting, "Peace, good tidings, salvation, your God reigns." And this message of good news was not just for the people of Jerusalem, but it was also, we're told in Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 3, for all the worlds, that in the end, all the ends of the earth would see his salvation. And so we fast forward and we find that when Jesus comes, Paul tells us in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 17, that he came to proclaim peace to those who are near and peace to those who are far off. Jesus came to proclaim this peace with those beautiful feet. He came to proclaim peace to those who are near, the Jews, and to those who are far off, the Gentiles. And then the Apostle Paul asks us to pray in Ephesians 6 that he might have boldness, that he might fearlessly proclaim this gospel of peace to, as he should, as an ambassador. But it's not just for the professionals that this task is left, because we're told by Paul here in Ephesians 6 that we too are to, as part of the armor that we wear in this battle that we are in, that we too should wear the feet, should have our feet shodded, ready with this gospel of peace. And so at this unprecedented time, I believe that God wants to give us a new boldness, a new courage to proclaim to those around us this gospel of peace. People have so many questions and there is so little hope, but God is a God who has the answers and who can bring hope. And so, folks, I want to encourage you to put on your shoes, put on your running shoes, get ready to go and to proclaim hope, good news to those around you. We're called to go to our neighbors, to our nearby towns, to the nations. with this gospel of peace. Put your shoes on, get ready to go. Make the effort, work up a bit of a sweat, reach out, invite people, send links to people, get them to come to church. However, let's take this message of peace to people. The ironic thing is that whilst this is a battle that we're in and we're wearing armor because of the battle we're in, nevertheless, this gospel is a gospel not of war, but of peace. That people can have peace with God, that people can have peace with one another in a broken world. And so let's take this gospel of peace, let's wear the armor, and let's get ready to go.